So guys, to make this poncho dress, you need about the same amount of fabric that you will use when you're making a kimono that looks like this amount of length. So I have 3 yards of fabric here, so we're going to start working with this. You can use any fabric of your choice to make this. It doesn't necessarily have to be Ankara, but what I have here is Ankara and it's 100% cotton. So first thing I'm going to go ahead and do is to fold this fabric into two, like I've done here. So go ahead and fold the fabric into two, and then after that you're going to go ahead and fold it again from one border to the other border like this. So this time you have folded it into four. So this is the same way you fold your fabric if you're making a kimono. So now that I've folded it into four, we're going to go ahead and start marking our body measurement. So I'll turn it over so that the neckline will be easy for me to draw on this side. So like I said before, this is what I have. This area is folded into four. You will see how it's looking here. If you count it, it's 4 pieces. And then I'm going to take this upper part as the shoulder, the rest of the part will be the body, and this side will be the middle. Now at this top here, we're going to go ahead and go in by our neck measurement. So I'm going to go in here by 3 inches and I'm going to mark it. You can use 3.5 inches because this neckline is not going to have a zipper. And then coming down, I came down by 2 inches and I connected this into a round neckline. This is the back neckline. Now for the front neckline, I came down by 3.5 inches and then connected it to the same side. So I've drawn out the front and the back neckline. When I cut this out, I'm going to check it on my body, and if it's not wide enough to go through without a zipper, I'll have to increase the neckline. Okay, now for the length of the kimono, from the shoulder I measure down to the length I want it to be. So I'm marking it here at 43 inches so that by the time I'm done with everything, it falls down to about 41 inches. So I'm going to draw a line across this here. Okay, this is the length I want the kimono to be. And now we are going to go ahead and cut out the neckline. So first I'm going to be cutting out the back neckline together. Okay, so I cut out the back neckline. I'm going to cut out the front when I'm done with everything. Then I'm going to go ahead and cut out this end. So now to cut out the front, I'm going to open up the whole poncho, and then I'm going to fold the neckline again like this so that I can cut out only the front to be deeper. So guys, after cutting out this front neckline, I went ahead to try to put it through my head to see if it was going to pass through. You can see it's a circle here. So I put it through my head and it passed through easily, so I didn't need to increase the length of my neckline. But if you put it on your neck and it didn't go through easily, that means you have to increase your neckline. So now that I'm okay with the neckline, I went ahead to fold my fabric again, and then I'm marking the center back of the neckline. So I made a notch at the center back of the neckline, and I'm going to go ahead and measure from that point I made a notch all the way around. So I'll measure from here all the way around the neckline, so I'll know the length of the band that I'm going to be cutting out for the turtle neckline collar. Okay, I hope you guys understand. So make a notch at your center back, the center of your back neckline or the center of the front, whichever one you want to, and then go ahead and use your tape to measure all the way around the neckline. So after I was done, I had 23 inches, about 23 inches here. So that's what I'm going to be using for the width of my collar. Okay, So you're going to bring in another piece of fabric, and you're going to fold it into two. Now for the height of this collar, because we are going to be folding the collar again, as my fabric is folded into two, I'm making sure that the height of the collar is 6.5 inches, so that by the time we fold it in again, it will become about 3 inches on the neckline. So fold it by 6.5 inches for the height of your collar, and then for the width, which was the measurement we took just now around the neckline, it is 23 for me, but I'm going to be adding an extra 1 inch of stitching allowance, so I'll be cutting this out at 24. So I'm going to go ahead and cut it out here at 24, and then for the height it is 6.5 inches, and I'm just going ahead to cut out the band. So this is going to be the band for the neckline. Now go ahead and open the band like this, and then you're going to fold this way, fold it to do this way, and I'm going to make a stitch here to join it together with about 1/2 inch. So after I was done stitching it down, I went ahead to iron my seams open, and this is what I have. So now go ahead and fold this piece into two like I'm doing here. So fold it into two like this. Just make sure that everything is looking straight and nice. So this is what it should look like, okay? So now we're going to be attaching this to the neckline of the poncho. So remember, I already marked the center back earlier. So the area where we had our joining on this band, I'm going to be aligning it with the center back notch. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and now pin this down, and I'm going to continue to pin the band all the way around the neckline. This is why you must measure your band to be sure that it's the same length, it's going to be the same length as the measurement you have around your neckline. Else if it's too wide or it's too small, it's not going to be okay.
Know that I'll be here to stay. Let's fall in love. I won't let us fade away, even when we old and gray.
So guys, I'm done pinning this all the way around the neckline, and this is what it's looking like. So when we fold this up when we're done, it's going to look like this. So the band is not going to be standing straight. You're going to fold it into two like this. So but for now, I'm going to head over to the sewing machine and stitch all the way around the areas that are pinned down around this neckline. And after stitching down the neckline, I'm just going to go ahead and fold the sides to secure it in place. Okay, you can see the side is open. You don't have to do any special thing. You're not doing armhole or anything. You're just going ahead to fold the sides. So on this area, I'll just fold it in like this all the way around to the other end. And then for the end of the blouse here, I'm just going to fold this area as well all the way through the both sides. So guys, after I was done stitching down the neckline, this is what I have. And the sides here, I've stitched it down here as well. You can see how neat it looks. And then on the end as well, I went ahead to stitch it down. So yeah, that's all for the making of this poncho. It's actually very easy. There is no stitching on the sides. The sides are open. So yeah, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope that you find it helpful. If you're still yet to subscribe to my channel, please hit the subscribe button, and I will be seeing you guys in my next video. Bye.